And a happy Friday Eve.
Friday
And
Eve.
very good morning to y'all. And you. Not you. I'm,
Hey, Barris.
how y'all doing this morning?
Good.
Oh, hanging in here for a Friday or Friday Eve?
How was yesterday?
Thursday?
Your trip?
Oh, it was. I don't understand this.
I listened.
I'm not sure whether the police have got a bolo for me or not. Somehow or another, I left from here, marked the time exactly because I had the time marked, and I had my odometer checked like I always do because I'm always checking different routes. And by the time I hit right there where you come out to Mayfair and Marketplace, Market
Yes.
Street,
Yes.
Yep.
that intersection, because I take the route to go around, I got
Right.
there. It was 54 miles, 58 miles, and I had on my time 1 hour and 2 minutes.
That's good.
That's
What?
illegal. Somehow or
What?
another, I don't know how I did that. I should not be able to average almost 60 miles an hour driving from here to Wilmington. I don't understand. I did not catch a light red in Hampstead. That was one thing.
Yeah.
Traffic was moving great. I got a watermelon
Oh,
just being delivered. Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, it looks like it's ready to eat too.
It does.
Oh my! Looks like maybe a bogue sound melon.
Good
Looks
ham.
like it.
We'll see. Anyway, I like the watermelon, man. I don't know how I did that. Traffic was normal. I had my fewer than normal because I left a little bit later yesterday because I got caught up in a speed chase on TV on a YouTube channel,
oh,
and a chase that was still going on 33 minutes after I started watching it.
Was that in L.A.,
It was somewhere in the sticks of somewhere.
California?
It had Jonesboro, but I don't know whether it was in Jonesboro, Arkansas, or Jonesboro,
Oh.
because they mentioned Nestle Road a lot. I don't know. I'm going to pick it up because I never got to see the end of it. Holy moly!
I like watching those.
That was an unusual one.
And I subscribe to that one channel in Los Angeles. So whenever there's a race in real time, I get a notification and I go in there and I'm just like, and just last week they were chasing this one Hispanic and a big work truck that he had stolen. And the chase was at like 4 miles an hour, but they had
OJ Jr.
they had put stop sticks out. Every one of his tires went gone. He was
Did you see
riding on
sparks?
rims. Yeah, you saw
Yeah, I like
sparks.
to see sparks.
But they stayed way back because they didn't want to endanger the public
Mhm.
at the time by riding up on him. But that was the California Highway Patrol. But LAPD came in and they said, we're done with this. Went up and did a pit maneuver on him.
Which is unusual. The state patrol normally takes care of it.
Yeah.
They learn to drive.
LAPD, they were like,
Ugh.
no, we're not waiting.
Well, the guy, the guy yesterday, they tried 8 pit maneuvers on him, but he was part of the time. His vehicle was kind of destroyed, the tire, rear tire. So he pulled into a factory, stole a truck, a dually, with a trailer on the back that was loaded, and he's going at 85 miles an hour up and down country road with that trailer just to go in the back and forth. And they were trying to pit maneuver the trailer. That didn't work. Finally, he took a hard left. The trailer went straight, and that was, the end of the trailer. But he kept on going.
Oh, wow.
He kept on going and going and going. He finally tried to jump a ditch, and it was full of water. But he left the female in the truck, and he took off on foot. And that's the last I saw him. So then I made it to my destination 1 hour and 25 minutes. I made one little pit stop on the way.
You did good.
I did really good because it's 64 miles to where I have to go.
My sister went Monday morning and to the doctor's in Wilmington. It took her 1 hour 45 minutes.
From Hampstead.
Yeah, from Midway Park. My sister.
The sister. Okay.
Yeah, 1 hour 45 minutes.
That's not unusual. Not unusual at all. So
today we travel from Richlands to Morehead City around 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Have you thought about maybe going by way of Raleigh?
He needs to go by boat.
Boat would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Wow.
All right, it is Thursday, and before we enter the land of the Sanctioned Pervert Society, There are other stories you know about. There are stories of death out there, stories of a potential nuclear holocaust. And, you know, I agree. I agree with the presumed majority of Americans out there, me, y'all, and we're all happy Jeffrey Epstein is dead. Man,
Yes.
do I have anybody that disapproves of that?
Not with me.
Okay.
Nope.
Good riddance. We agree that his female pimp and sex slave trainer is in prison and should remain there unless she dies early and saves taxpayers a lot of money.
Female pimp.
Do we agree with that?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We
I
agree.
we want our federal cops to investigate, arrest, and prosecute any friends, enemies, relatives, religious or political or legal advisors involved in Epstein's sex trade businesses. We agree with that.
Yes.
I don't want politicians involved.
I agree.
Y'all stay out of it. Let the cops do their job.
Yes.
I don't care if Epstein threw a birthday party for Ronald Reagan and invited the Clintons, the Obamas, the Trumps, the Pelosi's, the King of Prussia, or the late Queen of England
True.
to that very special event. I don't care. The mere presence of notable characters, good and bad, does not taint them legally. But it sure provides us with plenty of material to gossip about. We can form opinions, as we do, as to the guilt or innocence of anyone, even seen on the same side of the street where the sleazeballs gather to slither in the perverted world they have chosen to live.
Slither.
I like it so far.
Y'all following along with this?
I am. Yeah.
I'm right with
You want to
you.
know what kind of mood I was in yesterday? Yeah, here you go. You and I and y'all can speculate all we want as to connections that Epstein had with others. All we can do is speculate. As far as the big picture, we know nothing. I haven't been present when shenanigans took place. I doubt that you have. If you have been, please be a witness. So all we can do is decide the guilt or innocence of men and women who have not been indicted, who may or may not have be under investigation today, based solely on our preconceived notions about the rich and famous that we learn from the various media we choose to put our trust in. So we're not going to talk about that stuff. I just did enough. We'll talk about things we know about and wait for the green slime to ooze out of the sewers before pursuing.
Well, I want to talk about yesterday with
It's a
the
great song.
the family impact statements that were given at the Brian Kohlberger sentencing.
Oh.
Did you watch it, Chris?
Yes, I
Watch it, but I
did.
watched the later
I
on.
cried.
Oh, really?
It just really the podcaster that I was watching doing it, she was crying. Everybody was crying. It was just heart wrenching what those families have been through.
What kind of
It's-
effect did it have on him?
He sat there stone face, just like this, the whole time. And Kayla, one of the ones that was murdered, which she was
Slaughtered.
she was slaughtered. You know, it has been said that she was unrecognizable because he slashed her face so bad, like 34 times or whatever. But her sister got up there. Her sister let him have it. Her sister, it wasn't like, you've taken this from us. She centered on, you're a pedophile.
Yep.
You're a coward. Don't think that we're even going to think about you after today. You're just going to be initials on your tombstone when the day comes.
If they find you.
And she said, if my sister Kayla was still alive,
Oh, yeah.
she said, you're lucky because she would have kicked your effing
Yeah.
backside. Yes, I'm trying to make sure I get up. I almost got word. And she just let it out. And the differences in the family somewhere, centering on the loss of their loved one and the impact it has on them. Some centered on the fact that he's a vicious coward. He's not even human. Kayla Gonzalez's father got up there, and I don't know how he didn't go across the room and knock him out.
Was that the stepfather?
Yeah, in the very end.
Oh, yeah. I thought for sure.
I was expecting him to.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, when he got up to talk, the podium faces the judge. He stood there and he turned it around to he was square facing Brian Kohlberg. And the only time that Brian even flinched or even blinked is when Kayla's sister gave him the what for, told him what a piece of garbage he was. But it was so heart wrenching.
Sorry, you can talk all you want about things like that. You're not going to reach anybody. However, if you will take that video,
Right.
Mr. Warden, and you will play that throughout the day, that all the inmates can watch that day in and day out
Yeah.
for a while.
Well, I don't know what
Justice will be served.
I'm gonna tell you what. If he thinks
the most-
going to prison is going to be the easy way out, he's going to wish he had taken the death penalty.
That would have been fast and painless. Well, let's go to Russia for that. Let me tell you about a dad's justice in Russia.
ahead, I know what-
A Russian dad forced the man who abused his 6-year-old daughter to dig his own grave in the woods before convincing him to kill himself. 35. You like this? I did.
Oh, it gets
As soon as I
worse,
saw the
Chris.
headline.
It gets worse.
35-year-old. I'll never get it right. So Vyacheslav Machasov. I'll never get that right again. So it's probably not right then. He took the law into his own hands after he found footage of his young daughter being forced to perform sexual acts. She's 6 years old. Did I mention that? I want you to let that sink in. 6 years old. He found the video. Then he confronted the man in the video, 32-year-old Oleg Serverdov. In the video, the child begs, Oleg, that's enough. I can't take it anymore. I want to go home. Matrasov confronted Serverdov, his former friend and the girl's babysitter, and then Oleg dies, sort of. The dad was initially accused of murder. After an investigation, it was determined Serverdov died from self-inflicted wounds. Plural. Matrasov was sentenced in 2024. He was arrested. He was convicted, sentenced to 18 months in prison, convicted of forcing another person to commit suicide. He was released after 12 months. Why? Because the people in the community were up in arms about him being arrested in the first place and convicted in the second place and then jailed. The scum was convicted of being a pedophile. The scum was a convicted person. The scum, the babysitter, had been convicted. He was a pedophile before he was arrested, before he did this act. I'm going to have to assume that this dad was not aware of that. They were friends. Those people who pleaded for him to be freed, their common theme was, thank you for protecting our children.
Good for that.
That was an easy year. I'm sure he probably got pretty easy treatment, even in a Russian
And this
prison
guy
for that.
that raped his daughter wasn't he his best friend?
Yeah, they were friends.
Yes.
And he let him babysit his daughter. Okay, Onslow County people, listen up. One more time. It's not the last time, but one more time. The Onslow Sheriff's Office has an app that you can download. Don't say you can't. I did. It
I
took
did.
me all of 22
So
seconds
proud of you.
to get the app on my phone. If I can do it, my dog could do it. In addition to updated traffic information, breaking news, weather, concealed carry information, if you want to have information about that, you can look at the sex offenders in this county. You can look and see where they live, who they are. Convicted offenders are required to register with the sheriff's office, the local sheriff's office, if they live in this county. If they committed the crime he was convicted, he or she was convicted in Washington State of being a sex offender, they have to register if they move all the way over here.
Mhm.
They got to register.
Yep.
And you punch it up on this little peek, one click, sex offenders, it says.
Let's look.
Their
right
pictures, their crimes, their addresses, and more are a click away. Don't think all convicted sex predators are dirty old men. There are a number of women living among us. You want to see where they live? There's a big map of Onslow County there with all of it's got locations with numbers of the people, 50 in Jacksonville.
Yep.
Whoops.
Yeah.
50 in one section of Jacksonville.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah. Let me check. Yeah, right.
You might want to check out potential babysitters,
Right.
people who clean your home, people you hire to mow your lawn, especially if you have vulnerable people in your family, including the elderly. Sex perverts know no boundaries.
Here's one right down the road from you.
I know that.
A block away.
I know that.
Oh, here's another one.
There's a bunch of them. There's a herd of them.
Right down the street. Oh, another one. That's Hans's neighbor. Whoa.
Uh-huh.
Oh, now I know where they're all living.
Uh-huh.
Oh my Lord.
So
It's a great app.
it is a great app. You guys, to protect yourselves and your families, you need to have this app. It's not just for them, but if you've got any strange things, check your kids' phones. This daughter in Russia was 6 years old. I'm sure there was no internet stuff being involved here, but doesn't matter. It does happen here in this country. There are perverts. There are strange. And kids, you ask a 13-year-old girl where she is, and she'll tell you online. Does your mom work? Your daddy work? Yeah, I'm home alone in the afternoons.
Oh, my goodness.
Want an ice cream? Another story. I wanted to get some moms together in Wilmington because I always have these ideas to do stuff, right?
Right.
So I approached one of the detectives for the sheriff's office. He said, I know some people. I know some moms, and his kid went to this one particular school. So he said, I know some people over there. Go to the PTA. This was a vice cop, okay? He got three moms together who would agree to it. They met after hours. We arranged through the school system to come out and play on the playground after school. And they would sit out there with them. 3 moms, 3 children. 4 children. One of them had a brother and a sister, a son and daughter. They came out and sat outside on the playground with them while my pervert in waiting, the vice cop, was in the wooded area right adjacent to the playground, watching it all. With us there shooting it on video, and shooting the kids, blacking their faces out, shooting the moms, not blacking their faces out. They got up on cue and walked into, supposedly just to go inside for a minute. And they told the kids they were going to be inside, just stay right here and play. Don't leave this area. And they watched from inside as their kids this guy goes over, talks to them. All but the one boy went with him over to his car to get some candy.
Wow.
Do you have any clue how the moms reacted to that? They had a lot of teaching to do, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. You know, that reminds me, Kathy and I were out at the Base Beach the other day, and as I got back to the car, I went and used the men's restroom, and
God for that.
Well, yeah, but as I come out of the stall, there was two little boys there.
Yeah, alone.
Right.
Alone.
Mhm.
That's my point. Alone.
Oh, man.
And so I came out and I was looking.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Y'all were way too trusting.
Nobody.
Yeah, way too trusting.
Well, you know, when my granddaughter was small, all the way up till she got old enough, which was like 18, I always went into the bathroom with her, you know, and it stayed in there and it stayed with her. My grandson, it was a little harder because I couldn't go into the men's room. But I would stand by the door and just look at everybody as they went in, you know,
Give
like,
them the look.
don't even dare.
Lady Blue is here.
And I'll never forget,
duty.
I think we were at one of the racetracks or somewhere. And so my grandson had to go. He was very young at the time. So I stood by the door while he went in there, and I waited. And I waited, and I waited, and I was about ready to go
wham,
in
I'm
there.
coming in. Zip them up, boys.
Calling his name. Well, little did I know there was a back door. He'd gone out the back door, come around, was watching me watch for him.
You could have been the pervert to go inside.
I was like, oh, Little
Perverted
sneak. Little sneak. But I love him.
Now he's a little sneak. Back then, I'm sure
He was a nuts, a little brat. Among other things. Well, it was nice while it lasted, but folks, summer is far from over. Don't get used to it. Got a warm front sliding through today, going to result in some calm waters offshore. The really hot temperatures and sweltering humidity return to the scene of the crime later this week into the weekend. Offshore today, southwesterly winds 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet every 8 seconds. Not bad, y'all. Pretty good. Sounds and rivers only a light chop. There is a chance of showers and thunderstorms. It's July. Friday, southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet at 5-second intervals. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop. Slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning as normal. Saturday, southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots, 2 to 3 footer. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
And today, Friday Eve, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a high near 90. Calm wind becoming northeast 5 to 7 miles per hour in the morning. Tonight, a chance of showers, partly cloudy with a low around 74. Friday, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Sunny with a high near 96, with heat index values as high as 107. And Saturday, a slight chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, sunny and hot with a high near 100.
Did you tell me this morning that your granddaughter was asking if you were going to come see her in Greece?
Don't even. Go ahead.
I mean, you said that, right? You visit her all
Yes.
the time when she's out there in the western part of the state.
Only once.
And a hurricane happened.
As soon as hurricane season
Along
is
came
over,
Helene.
I will go back.
Is Helene kind of like Helen of Troy? Syria jihadists executed a 35-year-old Syrian American, a member of the religious minority Druze community. It happened last week as government-backed forces attacked members of the community in Syria. The State Department has confirmed that the American, who they identified as Hossam Saraya from Oklahoma, was killed in Syria. A State Department spokesman said that Secretary Marco Rubio has emphasized the importance of prioritizing the safety and security of U.S. citizens when they're abroad. Hossam was executed alongside members of his family. Don't know what the crime was, if there was one, but anyway, he was murdered. If you're thinking of vacationing abroad, please check your intended destination as well as any stops or layovers that you might encounter on the way to that destination. Check those locations with the U.S. State Department's website. Heed all warnings that are issued. Many regions in this world are controlled by religious zealots. If you're planning to visit for vacation or other reasons, you're taking your safety into your own hands. We live during a violent time. Americans are neither liked nor respected everywhere. Put the blame where you want, but as has been said time and again, it is what it is. All of your belly aching and protests and attitudes may be tolerated inside the borders of the United States of America. You will not get the same tolerances elsewhere. This is a dirty world out there. The Ugly American was required reading for us in high school. Did y'all ever have to read The Ugly American? Okay, you might want to pick it up.
sounds familiar.
You've talked about that before, and I've been meaning to do that.
Yeah,
You know,
it's one of those books like All Quiet on the Western Front.
Right.
I remember a few that were required readings
Look at the ugly.
by various teachers, even in high school. But you know, it's interesting stuff, and the way other people look at us as Americans, you dirty Americans. Y'all are all you come here for is just to, oh hi, give me a tip, please. Then they turn around and they talk really bad about you. But you need to treat the people wherever you go, including in this country, with respect.
Absolutely.
If you're going, you need to find out what the lay of the land is. You need to study wherever you're going to be. You need to study the traditions,
Mm-hmm.
what they do, what they are allowed to do. You can't just walk up and talk to some people on the streets. Husbands and fathers and brothers don't like it necessarily when you approach a female. They're not allowed to have chats with you. And guess who gets punished? Not you, them.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That is a problem. If that's you need to understand that you don't just walk up to people just because they're you're in another country and take their pictures. They might have the greatest costumes on, or what you consider costumes, that is what they wear. They might look great. Well, it'll just be a cool picture. Ask permission. As simple as, do you mind if I take your picture? Some of them you will find are going to be professional shysters. Hey, yes, $5, man, $5.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica was great for that. Some individuals.
It's like New York City.
Buy this. You want to buy this, man? I was in a restaurant in Wilmington yesterday. It just reopened under new management, and it turned out to be better than it used to be.
Oh.
But as I sat down, my doctor and I sat down. I always get my treatment around lunch.
You and the doctor went to lunch together?
We do every month.
You and the doctor?
Yeah.
Is he treating you?
He
doing?
He did yesterday.
I
No, not in there.
I feel cheated.
He gets lunch he pays for lunch one time. I pay for lunch the next time.
Chris, don't you feel cheated?
In fact, it's been added to my appointment list when I'm due to pay, because the receptionist tells me it's my turn.
Wait a minute now.
Wait a minute now. Let me get back to my story. Anyway, we go, and as we sit down and the waitress leaves us a menu, there are two guys coming in there. They got a bunch of candy bars in a little box there carrying,
Right.
and they're going up to customers and, would you like to buy this? We got to send in. The waitress is trying very nicely to get them to get out of here. And would you like to buy this? I said, no, get out. I'm not subtle.
Is this a true story?
This is a true story.
They weren't the Tootsie Roll guys, right?
They had Tootsie Rolls. They had all sorts of candies.
They probably stole from the Circle K.
Absolutely, they did. Not a doubt in my mind.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I was pretty direct with them, and the waitress was trying to get them out the door. I said, "You're being way too polite. Do you need some assistance?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that would have been fun.
Oh my gosh! All that
Squeaks.
drama, just going to the doctor.
That was not drama.
Yeah.
You haven't seen drama.
Wow. No, it could
Take
have
a
been.
trip with me sometime. Oh God,
It could have. It could have turned bad.
it does turn bad. Sometimes.
Could have been scattered Tootsie Rolls all over that restaurant.
It would have been free. Hey, y'all pick up all you want here. I wouldn't eat them because I don't know what
That's
they're doing.
craziness.
But there are people you've got to understand. There are shysters everywhere in the
Yes.
world.
Oh, yes.
And in Wilmington, right here, it's no different. Panhandlers, if you feel sorry for the guy, there was one guy panhandling in Wilmington that was hotter than blue blazes, and he was out there every day. I always saw it. I don't stop. I hate he's down on his luck, but
Right.
it's self-induced issues, no doubt. He was not starving, I will tell you that.
Exactly.
And he was asking for a dime or it was $1. Maybe it was 50 cents. He said, got a quarter. And of course, I kept on walking. But this other guy walks up to me and says, buddy, you know what? I have never been in your shoes, but it's way too hot out here, and you can't get anything for a quarter. Here's $1. Go buy a beer. Gone.
At a local electronics store on Western Boulevard,
Mm-hmm.
and went there to get Kathy a new laptop. And
Did you get me one too?
I'm gonna
No, I'm
need a new one
sorry.
because this one's
uh,
gonna
You could have got 3. One for Lee and one for me.
I'll take you to lunch, and then you'll take me to lunch, and then I'll take you to lunch. And
I got you.
Anyway, but we were there, and we had taken different vehicles because we had to go to different places after that. But this lady was there, and there's hotels, right along on McDaniel Drive.
Oh, does she have very long blonde hair?
No.
Okay.
No, she had Nike shorts on, and anyway, long story short, she was going around to everybody's car as they were coming out.
Uh-huh.
And her story was, my 3 children and I are living in a hotel. If we don't get $60, yeah.
That same team or teams just like that work up one of the gas stations in Florence. As you're going through Florence,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
there's a row of gas stations there on your right and a couple on the left. But as you're going south on 95, you can pull off right there and get your gas. And there's always somebody going to come up to you, approach you. I've had to do it in the middle of the night, and of course, I get out, and I'm not alone when I get out. A couple of my best friends are right there, real close on my hip. And here they come. Two of them come over and said, oh, my car's over there. We got 2 children in the car and yada, yada, yada. And this is my wife. And we got to get to Columbia. We got to get back to Columbia. I said, well, get a job.
Well, they've gotten brazen here at 258 and 53. They were actually walking in the road. Right, they had the stoplight.
Bump.
Yeah. But they were going at the 2 lanes going to 258, and at that stoplight at the intersection, and they were actually walking in the middle of the road with their bucket, asking for money.
Well, don't we have an ordinance against that, right?
Yes.
I do believe
Well, we did.
Well, walking in the middle of the road, you can get cited for it.
Yeah. And peddling, there is a peddling ordinance.
Yeah.
I'll have to look up my Mooney code again.
Yeah, you got a Mooney code right
I got
there.
a Mooney code.
Money code.
That's municipal code for you folks that don't know.
Yeah. I say
Yeah,
it.
it's happening. And these guys, all right, most of those folks are not going to try to rob you. That you see, they're in broad daylight, they're doing things, and they're just trying to scam you out of some of your money. Is it intimidation? Well, they tug at your heartstrings. Oh, you've never seen a well-dressed one until you walk behind the store and find their car back there. And their other clothes.
Yeah. You're right.
That's been done a lot.
Oh, I know.
Remember you may remember it, but the old sewing needle things, they used to sell packets of sewing needles for 50 cents. They'd have like 200 needles in a package for 50 cents or $1 or whatever. I don't know where they stole them, but they were selling them in parking lots.
Yeah.
People pay them just to get them off their backs. I'll say almost always, because sometimes I may forget or just whatever. During Christmas time, those little red kettles, when they ring the bells, I'm there. I'll do that one. I know what those guys are doing, and I know what it's for.
Yeah.
Salvation Army, and at around Christmas time, I don't care where they are. I'm there for you, Bubba.
Yes.
Yeah. Always.
So that's the one time I will donate under situations like that. I would donate to the Girl Scouts, but their prices of cookies have gotten so outrageous, and I don't need those cookies.
It's cheaper to bake them now.
I would just wait for Chris. He's my Girl Scout.
Oh yeah, we have a Boy Scout here in the studio that brings us cookies and donuts. Yes, we don't need the Girl Scouts.
No.
We've got Chris.
Sorry, ladies.
No offense, ladies.
Yeah, no offense, young ladies. By the way, but we've been picking up a lot of new viewers.
Yes,
for those new viewers,
thank you.
Thank you for viewing, and give us a call at 910-333-0139.
That's Charlie.
Okay, well, Charlie heard me in California.
That was real fast, wasn't it?
Yeah. Remind me, Rayford, I have something important to tell you after the show. And if I don't say that now, which is probably rude to the audience, I'm sorry.
What you going to name it?
Miracle.
Did you expect less from me? Did you even think of it? No. Hey, Charlie, how are you?
Morning, Charlie.
You know what? I want somebody to call in that's not Charlie, but it is Charlie. So have you guys talked about the what's going on in Springfield, Missouri about the white-only land, return to the land?
I'm sorry, Charlie. Say that again.
What kind of only land?
Yeah, you guys should Google it. So evidently, well, it's not evidently. There's a group of individuals, I guess they're very white. They want to create a white land in Springfield, Missouri. So the article that I'm reading says the outspoken co-founder of Return to Land. It's a new whites-only group based in northern Arkansas. They want to expand to Springfield, Missouri. So they bought, I guess, all this land in Springfield, and they don't want Jews there.
Yeah.
I don't,
Are Jews not white?
You know what? I'm kind of Jewish. No, I'm just curious. So maybe you guys could Google it. It's kind of bizarre. I guess what's that?
I just did, and they're calling it the Return to the Land.
The outspoken co-founder of Return to the Land, a relatively new whites-only group based in northern Arkansas, said the group could be expanding to Springfield, Missouri.
Now, reporters out there, if anybody's got any brass about them, if y'all would just go and do background checks, and I don't mean criminal background checks. Go look at the heritage and see what kind of mix they got in their blood somewhere down the line, because you can rest assured ain't nobody in this country that's pure white.
Well, Rayford, wouldn't the group, the Return to the Land, for whites only, wouldn't that be kind of like AKA KKK?
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, I mean, Black Enterprise has already countered with that, Charlie, and it's good that you brought it up, because stuff like that is just so
Out of date.
prehistoric,
Yeah.
almost prehistoric.
It is prehistoric.
It's stupid.
I'm going to say one last thing, then I'm going to hang up.
Okay.
Then I'm going to come back with more information. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think so I'm going to be very careful. I read this yesterday or the day before. I guess it's the Catholic Church. They sold this beautiful Catholic church, and I don't know. I think it may have been in New York or Philadelphia for like $250,000 to a Muslim group. And the Muslim group, they're going to transform this church into I guess a mosque.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is it illegal?
I wouldn't think
No.
so.
No. I think you can do whatever you want to do.
Oh, might not like it, but it's not illegal, so you're good to go.
All right. Have a good day.
You too, Charlie.
And we have another caller. Good morning.
Good morning. It's Kathy, or we could say Stephanie.
Hello, Kathy. How are you?
Hey, Stephanie.
I'm doing fine. How about you? Thank you for the beautiful flowers, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
They are still beautiful in my days, and they're looking great. So
Good, cool.
but I am calling in
Not
on
for
some
me.
good news.
Okay.
Something interesting. Something is going to be for Onslow County people, because we're always looking for things to do. The BFW post, the 9133, is the one that's located on Pine and Green Road.
Mm-hmm.
It
You're
has
old 30.
an oyster roast, and all you can eat oyster roast.
What?
Oh, yeah. I'm there.
Yes. And
Whoa. It's back up when? This is summertime.
Wait, we're writing this one down. Right.
I want everybody to mark the date, the 25th of October.
Oh, okay.
That is all you can eat.
Don't worry, Rayford.
Yeah, they're not in season.
Robbie and I can't go.
What? Huh?
Because
Why?
we're working that golf tournament on base that
It'll
weekend.
be over by the time. What time's this thing
Well, what
start?
time does it start?
It starts. They have social hour from 3:30 to 4:30,
Yeah.
and the dinner starts at 4:30.
We can make it. We
golf
can make it.
Then even if you can't, I will eat enough for both
No,
of
we'll
you.
make it on our way back from
See,
Camp Lejeune.
Hey, Kathy, hold on for
No.
just a second. What golf tournament?
It's the Marine Corps Scholarship
Oh,
golf
okay.
tournament.
Okay.
We Robbie and I work it. This will be our third year.
I always look to get into
Oh,
the
yeah.
charity
They're
golf
beer
tournament.
peddlers.
Okay.
Yeah, we peddle the beer.
I'm sorry, Kathy. Go ahead. I took your time.
Oh well, I got the information, and it's kind of a cute story. I went shopping at Hobby Lobby yesterday, and there was a
Yes, you
gentleman,
did.
and he was looking for a green wreath, some greenery to go with a rose that he had, and so I was trying to help him. And then he went to get some help from the other one of the girls, the register or someone, and so I headed down and got the wreath for him. I picked out two of them, and I brought them back to him and everything, and we got to talking, and he was in the Navy, retired Navy, go Navy, and we were talking, and he is the chaplain out there at the
Oh, really?
at the VFW. Yes, he is.
Cool.
And a very, very nice gentleman. His name is Chaplain Nicholas Castelline, and so I bought Chris his ticket. Because
Oh, I'm gonna
that
eat my
boy, he says he loves him some oysters. So he says he can eat his $60 worth and probably yours, Raven.
No,
He
he
can
can't.
fight him.
I won't be able to fight Rayford. That was suck a knife, probably.
I carry a knife in each hand. Does that tell you anything?
Don't get in my way.
Oh, you're
But I just talked with the chaplain Castelline, and he told me to let everybody know that the tickets go on sale over there at 4:30 on that day. But if anybody has any questions, they need to call the VFW at 910-353-6810.
Okay, 6810. I got I need to call them because I got a
Yes.
question. Where are they getting the oysters?
I'm not telling you. I don't know.
Well, I know, but I'm going to ask them.
You should.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll make sure they're not from the Gulf Coast.
Right.
Yeah.
You might need to make sure you talk to somebody.
353-6810. I've already got it ingrained
Yeah,
in my mind, and we need to get them on the air too.
That's what I'm gonna
Yes,
wait and get them
yeah.
on the air about that. Yes, definitely.
Yes. The one that you would want to talk with out there, her name is Kathy.
Okay.
Oh, another
Um,
Kathy.
Another one.
Another Kathy, but she doesn't go by Stephanie on bad days or on the other days, depending on what day of the week it is. So she's a straight Kathy, and she does spell hers with a K as well.
Kind
So,
of idea.
but yes, she's very personable, very lovely. Loved meeting her when Chris and I joined, and of course, Chaplain Casterline, very, very, very pleasant. I just got off phone with him, like I said, and he was a joy to meet and a joy to talk to over the phone. His laugh is contagious. So, but yes, I just wanted to let everybody know, an all-you-can-eat now,
I'm there.
oyster roast at the VFW on October the 25th. Mark your
Okay.
calendars. Not
Thank you.
very often is it all you can eat.
Now, you know, 'cause they don't know me, but let me give you oyster lovers a little bit of a hint here, okay? This is something my dad taught me how to do when I was a kid.
Get up.
Literally, you eat all you can just while you're eating there, because but oysters are so good. Then you step aside, back up from the table, and you start jumping up and down to pack them down so you can add more. That's what he told me when I was about 6 years old. He started feeding me raw oysters when I was 18 months
I
old.
love them.
At 18.
18 months old.
Well, that's because you're learning it at an early age. You just
Yeah,
swallow.
yeah,
That's
I
it.
guess so.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What month
Well-
is this? July. Oh, August. September.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
July.
we're almost close to
We got
August.
3 months to go.
3 months.
3 months
ago.
from tomorrow.
3 months from tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just want to put that word out there because
Thank
Chris and
you.
I are going to start getting out there and, mingling with some of them out there now and enjoying our new organization that we are joining with them.
We'll continue doing a big build-up,
Yeah.
through it,
Yes.
including that.
I'll call
before
them.
Yeah, we'll get tickets.
Yeah.
Thanks for the info.
Yes.
I think they would appreciate that very much.
Okay.
And like I said,
Okay.
you're very welcome. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you,
You
Kathy.
too.
Thank you.
See you. Bye.
Yeah, here's an
Wow.
idea. Just a thought off the top of my head. When he comes in and brings maybe some of his friends with him, why not bring some samples in?
Because you want them.
I want them hot out of the steam.
I want them raw, fried, roasted, steamed, just not overdone.
right?
Any way you can do them.
Mhm.
Put them
Okay.
here.
There's an outside, and so while he's talking, we don't want to be rude and talk over him, right? So while he's talking, we'll be sampling.
I've got an
Well,
oyster
yes,
table
I-
right back here.
Look,
We
you've
can
not
put
been.
the table around here.
You've not been to Rayford's when he's had oysters.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
I've got pots that hold a half bushel each when I'm
Okay.
cooking them, and it's hard to eat a
Yeah.
half bushel
I
before the next one's ready.
I can chow down some
The
oysters.
last big one I went to was one of Coastal's
Yes.
fundraisers.
Yes.
Yeah, out at,
We went there a couple of
Equine.
years ago, Rayford, didn't we? We went. The studio did. Went to Coastal.
Yeah.
It was over at. I think the one we went to was at the Marina Cafe. And
I
they
don't
had it
remember.
there, and then we went to one that was over at the hotel. Yeah.
I hear oyster roast. I don't care where it is.
Okay,
As long as I've got
going.
enough gas in the Jeep to get there, I'll be there.
Well, and for those that don't like oysters,
What's wrong with you?
yeah,
But I
now,
thank you for it. I
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
do
We
too.
don't want her to bleed our supply. I do enough
Right.
of that by myself.
Kathy
Right.
and Stephanie doesn't like them, but so she
Perfect
said
woman.
I'll be eating a steak, so they'll have steak for the non-oyster people.
Oh, steak and oysters fine with me.
No, that just
I
takes up
did.
too much room. I can
Yeah,
get a steak
no,
every
I
day.
have to have it all for oysters. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get a steak anytime.
Don't give me
Yeah.
a bunch of filler. I don't need crackers. I don't need it. I just need
Right.
And I don't use do you use condiments on yours like a ketchup or anything else? It depends upon the oyster sometimes.
Once
I'll do
in a
some
while.
cocktail sauce, but you know what I do?
Yeah.
I do that. Bit bold. No. I find one of the big oysters that's kind
Yeah.
of flat. Open that
Yeah.
up. That shell is hot. Don't put cold or hot oysters in a cold shell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
to eat.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And I use butter on mine, hot butter.
I
Garlic
like
butter, yeah.
garlic
Garlic
butter.
butter.
Oh
Garlic
yes, and I'll dip them in that a little bit. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm
Keep the
ready for it.
vampires away that way. Okay, October 25th is on the calendar, 4:30. Not that I can remember anything these days, but I got that one down. I'll be there 2:00 in the day before.
And I will definitely try to get someone from the VFW to come in and talk about it.
Just tell them
You want to sell some tickets? Come on in.
Is the golf tournament open to anybody? I'm sorry,
Well,
I jumped not the order.
I know there's a lot of gentlemen that I know from this area that golf in it. General Dickerson,
Yeah.
Jerry Yanello, quite a few from this area that are golfing in it every year. Ken Reddick, was golfing last year too. They get teams together. Call Ken Reddick and get up with him.
I want to get on General Dickerson. He's a sandbagger. Just kidding,
No,
General.
I'm gonna tell you what. Those guys are fun.
Yeah, I know my dad liked to play golf, and I don't. He got into it later in his life because when he was 50 or 60 or something like that. But I'm not a golfer. I couldn't get I never could understand.
There he comes. I know where you're
I
going.
golfed with my dad, and that's the only time actually. And I had just bought a new set of golf clubs for ladies right before he wrenched his shoulder and couldn't golf. And then, of course, he got sick. So I've never used my new clubs. But yeah, I used to go with Dad over to Rock Creek, and hottest day of the year, we play 9 holes, and my sister and I be crawling back to the car. He goes, "Meet y'all at the other 9." We're like, "What?"
Yeah. Well, he lived right there. He had beautiful view of the first hole.
Oh yeah, he did. His house was right on the water, and beautiful view of the first hole there at Rock.
I never could get the philosophy down, Pat. You know,
Of what?
you put this little ball down there, right? That's
Yep.
never done anything to you,
It's an art.
and you hit it just as hard as you can, right?
Right.
Send it yonder. Then you go chase it.
Mhm.
Then you hit it again.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I
Back
told
in my
you.
day, when I hit something, it usually fell to the deck and said, "Sir, please don't do that again."
How many
Is that loud and clear?
Rafer's out there having to fill all the holes? Oh, Chris, I know I've told Rafer this story. Did I ever tell you about my birdie out there at Rock Creek?
No.
No.
Seagull?
I got a birdie. Golfing? No. I hit the ball. It went flying, came down, hit a rock, bounced up, and hit a bird. I think that qualifies, don't you?
Was it a edible bird?
Not after the ball hit him.
Like a dove or a quail? Or
No,
nothing
it
like
was
that?
just a little bird, poor little bird.
Oh.
But yeah, it was my
Total
bird.
waste.
I have my golf stories.
Okay. I mean, that would be.
I didn't get my name up on the wall in the clubhouse though for a birdie.
Well, you don't. You only get that for
I
a
was
hole in one,
disappointed.
in which my dad, God rest his soul, had
My dad,
3.
my
Really?
dad, yeah, my dad's up
3.
there too. We'll have to go someday and look
Yeah.
and see if the names are still up there.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty
Dad's
cool.
first one happened outside of Pinehurst, and there's a rule, Rayford. I don't know if you knew this. If you get a hole in one, you don't go into the clubhouse and go, "Hey, I got a hole in one," unless you got a big credit card and a lot
You're
of
buying.
You're buying, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dad went into a restaurant that we went to afterwards, and yeah, I got a hole in one. I got a hole.
Okay, I got this idea then. We'll go. You and I'll go out there.
Okay.
Either that, or you and I will find a really not a good friend because he won't be, but somebody with that we may know that we may.
Hey, Bob just got a hole in
could deal with.
one.
Yes, right. Hey, this dude just got a hole in one. Rounds are on him. Okay, is that right? What are up?
Yeah.
We got it. I got that down pat. All right, we
Yeah.
can work this scam.
Ooh,
I mean,
that's just wrong.
That's the good and bad of it.
Hey, some of those videos and stuff that you did yesteryear.
Yeah.
They can come back to bite you in the places that you don't want to be bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yes.
Democrat Representative Yvette Clark out of New York.
Here we go.
She on video, 2021, I think it was. Yep. At a House Foreign Affairs Committee briefing, something that nobody goes back and looks at, nobody pays much attention to. She's been a Democrat forever and ever and ever. She suggested that the local Haitian community in Brooklyn could absorb a significant number of migrants coming in because we need them in my district just for redistricting purposes.
Do we want to talk about gerrymandering?
Oh my. Did she just let the cat out of the bag?
Dumb.
Yeah.
Is that the reason that 2021? Keep in mind what year that was. Who had just taken over? January 20th, 2021. Just what you got opened up wide open in 2021? The border. Hey, we have a local Haitian community in Brooklyn. We could absorb, that means hide, a significant number of these migrants, she calls them. And we just need to get them here because that's my district. Or I could absorb that district. I could build my district. Is this what is really going on behind the scenes, as so many people have claimed, and this piece of video that they have pulled up from 2021? And this is not an interpretation of what it says. This is what it said. Is this a scam that we have heard nothing about yet?
There are probably more of these things, scams, videos that we don't see, we don't hear about because it's not newsworthy, which leads me to this. Yesterday we talked about Ozzy Osbourne, rest his soul. And what was the lead story on most of the networks last night? Ozzy Osbourne.
Really?
That was the lead story. Ozzy Osbourne, former lead singer for
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath, went on to his career and then talked about his family and things like that. That was the lead story on national news. The lead story. Now,
why?
Because
he's a guy of questionable character.
Well, he was a musician, a writer.
So was Charlie Manson.
But he
played the guitar.
I play the harmonica.
I understand, but you're going to where I'm going.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But he was a well-loved music icon of the 70s.
Right. And the night before was Malcolm Jamal Warner.
I got the third. Connie Francis the day
Connie
before
Francis,
Malcolm.
Yeah, Connie Francis died. We talked about that.
Did that lead the news?
Connie Francis didn't lead the news. These two gentlemen did. They led the 6:30 news. Nothing about Israel and the ceasefire that we're supposed to be seeing over there.
Everybody's guilty of violating that.
I'm having a harder and harder time with these
decisions.
Whoever's doing it, the news director, is that who's writing these?
No, the policy is going to be enforced by the news director, but the policy is going to be coming from
way high up.
People that have no news judgment, no news value whatsoever. Okay. They got the almighty dollar sign in their minds and in their eyes, and that's all they care about. That's all they care about. I worked for them. That's all they cared about.
And then they end with a nice, a feel-good story.
Right.
Yeah. We got Charlie back?
Yes.
Okay, Charles, what's up?
Very quickly, there's nothing special or unique about me, but I live in Los Angeles. It's basically called Hollywood for most of my life. I was surrounded by the most famous people in the world. I work for some very famous people. Here's what I can tell you about some of the gifted, most famous people that all of us, we respect and we love. Most of them are absolute sociopaths. You would never want them around your children. You would never want them around your family members. I lived that life. And, you're like, Charlie, what are you talking about? Ozzy Osbourne had a great voice. So why are we like respecting this guy? Why are we saying this is a beautiful human being that we need to revere? most famous people are out of their effing minds.
Yeah.
He might have had a great voice, but Petula Clark had a better voice in my mind. Much
Hey,
smoother.
wait, hold on. Petula Clark, what song did she sing?
Downtown was one of them.
Downtown.
Don't sleep in the
Downtown.
subway.
You know,
Don't sleep in the
you know what?
subway.
Great song. Great
Yeah.
song. Great song.
Great, Westminster Abbey. Yes. She's a great
Who
singer.
was that famous actress that died like a week ago? She sang that one song.
Connie Francis.
Yes.
What was her name?
Connie Francis.
That was a beautiful voice.
She
Great,
was.
great.
Smooth all the way through.
Yeah.
But Charlie, you're telling me.
Here's what,
Let me ask you. Let me ask you a actor's name, and you tell me if they fit what you're saying.
Paper.
Jackie Gleason.
Jack Gleason, I think he was in the 1964 The Honeymooners.
Yep.
Well, yeah, you know what? Now that you're saying this, I want to go back and start watching that show.
Well, it's on.
Honeymooners, you can see, and Ozzy Osbourne. Let's see, who else did we have back in the day? What else? He was in Smokey and the Bandit.
He was.
That was one of the greatest movies ever.
Buford T. Justice.
That's it.
Yes.
Buford T. And he was also in The Toy with Richard Pryor. I'm
So
sorry.
if I ask you guys, who was the originator of the American sitcom? What would you say?
The
The
American.
show. What would be the first sitcom? I Love Lucy.
Yes, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm not older than you guys. I'm a little but younger than you guys. But shows that I really enjoyed. There was a show called My Little Margie. There was a show called Bachelor Father. And I only watched these shows.
Bill Bixby.
Leave It to Beaver.
But have you ever watched the show My Little Margie or
Long time ago.
Bachelor Father?
Yep.
Yeah, these are great shows. These are really well written shows.
There's one
It's
there
kind
that you probably will never heard of. It's called The Secretary.
You know what?
I know.
Was it a well-known sitcom?
Yes, it was in its
genre?
day. It didn't last long, a few years, but it was a great little sitcom. It was just kind of funny about the life and tribulations of the secretary.
I'm absolutely going to check it out.
With 1950s style quality, not the shake 'em up stuff that you got today.
Yeah.
Today it'd have to be sleazy to be a show like Secretary called make it anything.
So I'm going to watch it. Here's a question that I do not have an answer for. I know that there was black and white television, I think in the early 50s. Do you remember the first show that transferred to color? Because during that during that televised program, they changed the color. I don't know.
There were several of them. There was one show that was filmed. Are you ready for this one? Called The Cisco Kid. It was all filmed in color. It only aired in black and white because that's all they had at the time. But they thought it was going to last enough for color TV to take over the country. It never did. And that while the show was still live, while the show was still running in prime time. But it was filmed in color.
I did that to Kathy last night. She was outside. I went, "Hey, Cisco.
Hey, Cisco.
Hey, Pancho." Sorry, Charlie. We lived in some great shows.
Thank you, Charlie, for
last question. Somebody just typed into your chat room. His name is, or her name, or maybe it's a pronoun. Too Real for TV.
Yes.
You guys ever watch the old Love Boat episodes?
Yes.
Gavin McLeod.
Just to pass the time of evening.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, back in the day, we had 3 networks, 3 TV stations to watch, period, bottom line. That was it.
Yeah.
If you want to watch anything around here. And for a while, in this market, before WCTI came on the air, there were 2. There was an NBC station, WITN, which did carry some CBS programming from time to time, as did WECT in Wilmington. They could switch over back and forth, and they would carry some of the other networks programming because they could do that. They were independent type of things. And then there was CBS. They carried the ABC programming at ITN, but there was CBS and WNCT. Those were the 2 TV stations. And then CTI came on the air. CTI came on the air as WNBE, I think it was. Newbern.
Yeah, Newbern, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
First show that went from black and white to color. First color show was the Colgate Comedy Hour.
Was it? Was that the one? I remember that show. I didn't. Okay.
That happened before I was born, but Charlie asked to look it up, so I did.
This I'll give you the exact quote. Representative Yvette Clark. Here's the exact quote from that piece of video that surfaced. Then I'll let it go. I want you to hear it in full context. When I hear my colleagues talk about, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, I need more people in my district just for redistricting purposes, and those members could clearly fit here. The illegals.
Mhm.
Huh. Wow.
Interesting.
How old is she? Or was she?
I don't know. Picture's hard to tell. Seeing a spring chicken, but she
Well,
got a ton of makeup on.
You caught me on something that always gets me, and that's in interviews. And they're interviewing someone, and they go, and so
Yeah,
I had a really great time during the game, and well, I thought that I did. Okay, well, if I knew that,
She's a public speaker. I'm kidding.
I'm
Okay,
just-
910-333-0139. Y'all, somebody out there's got a comment, I'm sure, this morning. You got something you want to talk about, something we're talking about, or something we haven't talked about, because I'm sure there's a lot we haven't talked about.
Lee does. But
Lee
she has
does
to
what?
wait. Well, she has to wait till after the show to talk to you about it.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm just reminding
don't let
you.
me. Don't
I'm
let
not
me
letting you
forget.
forget
Would you like me to
It
turn
involves you
I
too.
can turn your microphone.
It involves you too. No, it's good. It's.
She's got something to say.
I need to
that
know what
involves
you've
you.
done before. Well, anyway, we'll talk about it later. It's business. It's
Okay.
What
business.
name
But
would you prefer?
I want to talk about the fact. Keep on. Monday, this coming Monday,
Mhm.
expect an announcement from our former governor Roy Cooper.
No.
That he is running for the
Duct
U.S. Senate seat that Tom Tillis will be vacating next
Duct
year.
tape. Someone get duct tape.
And let me tell you right now,
Kidnapping is okay in this case. Just through
I'm
the
going
filing
to
period.
predict right now that if he runs, he will win.
Oh, yeah,
No, he won't.
absolutely.
So all you Republicans that wanted to rhino out Tom Tillis, you get what you get.
Yeah,
I mean, the Republican parties around the state were so
Okay.
busy trying to censor Tom for different things, I mean, well, let's not give him kudos for the good
And I'm
things he
going to blame every
does.
one of you. Every
You
one of the
know?
Republicans who've been blasting him, the Republican Party locals. I'll blast every one of
So
them.
far, what I've
It's your
seen or even heard of on the Republican side to run for that seat, you might as well save your money and save your time.
Not all.
But I'm also hearing, just this morning, I'm hearing, whether it's true or not, which maybe I will call them in. Michael Watley might be throwing his hat into the ring.
No, he'll lose.
Okay.
Well, that'll be the one time the Republican Party may come together in the state of North Carolina and work hard.
The Democrats will outdistance them
But let me tell you what,
because
right
there'll be a
now.
lot of Republicans that will vote for Cooper. How did he get to be governor twice?
Well, see, he won attorney general twice and
Yeah.
he won governor
Uh-huh.
twice. So
How did he do that?
4 elections.
He didn't do it with all Democrats.
I'm telling you right now, this man has got the money, he's got the backers, and he will win this seat. So
There is-
Republicans,
There's
there you
a
go.
famous. There's actually two famous North Carolinians that
Jesse
can
Helms
go
is
by.
dead.
No, that can go by the initials LT. Carolina football player Lawrence Taylor was one. You ready for the second one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Laura Trump.
She's not going to run.
She's not going to run.
Okay.
Donald's not going to let her.
She's not going to run. She's not interested
She's going
in
to have
that.
too much baggage. She will lose, and she doesn't want to go out as a loser.
She's legally right now is living in Florida and is
That's-
registered there. She
Oh
had
my
to move
God!
back,
How
blah,
easy is
blah,
that
blah.
to change?
Well, let me tell you, I did a little bit of checking.
Can I refer you to her husband was a senator too, and then he got shot down in Vietnam, I think, or something. Anyways, wounded, and he had messed up arm. And then his wife ran, and
John McClane.
No.
That his wife.
I'll give you.
Oh yeah, I cannot. I
I
couldn't
can't remember her
remember
name either.
But I did a little checking this morning, just out of curiosity. I checked the federal elections campaign website, and of course, he's not listed anywhere on there, Roy.
Mhm.
So he's not officially opened up a fundraising campaign for the federal position. But in North Carolina right now, he still has cash on hand in his campaign account, $961,866.61. That's close to $1 million.
That won't even cover the postage for this
But
campaign.
what I'm saying is, if you're going to go up and run against Roy Cooper, you better get some heavy hitters, some heavy donors, because this is going to be an expensive race. And like this little $1 million that he's got right now, that's just after the last 4 years. You talk about what he's going to raise, millions.
Well, the Democrats nationwide are going to help him with that
Sure.
one. That's the way that's going to work.
Well, Act Blue has been a huge contributor to his campaign in the past. You don't think they're going to bring out some money?
Hey, a couple of things out there on the weather front right here in Jacksonville right now in our studios is 74 degrees. At your house this morning, it was 74. Did you say, Lee?
Yeah, 74 and
Join me,
0
I'm over here.
point. Yeah, I'm sorry. Somebody asked a question on our.
Okay. Another Lee, he had 72 degrees. He's in the back swamp area from the Ham Radio Club. Randy from the same club, 73. Dale, 73. In the borough this morning at 6:30, it was 76 degrees. It's hot and humid there all the time. Nobody had any chance of rain or traces of rain. That is not going to be the case tomorrow morning in all likelihood, right?
Exactly. And we just got a fishing report from Bogue Inlet Pier. All fishing, no catching. Feels great with a light north breeze blowing.
Yeah. Who was that?
That was from our friend Steve.
Okay. Steve was there. And I got
Yes.
the same report from Joe. He was at the borough, but he drives over to Emerald Isle and takes a walk, he and his wife, and they go to the fishing pier. In fact, while I was talking with him this morning, he went over to a fisherman. He said, "Anybody catching anything?" He said, "No, I just got here, so I haven't caught anything, and I've been up and down the pier. Nobody else has caught anything either."
Yeah, I've been tuning into your morning reports, listening as I'm getting ready.
My weather spotters out there, they got it down 73 degrees in the River Bend area. So, Joe, Dale, Randy, and Lee, thank you, and to Lee, the other Lee, and Lee is going to be reporting in on Ham Radio sometime after early September because she's studying just as hard as she can.
Passes her exam.
There you go. It'll be a chump change by the time he gets there.
I wrote a check.
The other thing that we haven't talked about, there's another X out there, another disturbance, number one out there. It's in the north central Gulf of whatever. Trough of low pressure over the north central Gulf is currently producing a broad area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms over the next couple of days. This system is forecast to move generally westward across the north central portion of the Gulf, where some slow development is possible, but formation chance through the next 7 days is still low, 10%. 10%. That can change, depends upon. This thing is busting along the landmass right now. It's got some negative stuff working with it, makes it a little tough to form up where it is. It can, but if it should drift south and more deeper into the Gulf, then that's where a possibility could be. And then once it forms up and starts spinning, there's no telling where it will go. If it does, don't know this is going to happen. So just to keep you up to speed.
Thank goodness for the Sahara sand that's over Florida.
And Raver, we have an answer to your question about
Which question?
the one that was wounded over Bob and Elizabeth Doyle and Jack Bright answered it.
Yeah, I just could not remember their names. Never met him. I did meet her when she was a senator.
Right.
So she came down to the area and we
Well, I
had some
think
chats.
Bob Doyle came here for an event one time. This is way back in early
I just
years.
asked her for her recipe on growing pineapples, how she did it. The Doles.
But anyway, Jack Bright, he answered it.
it.
Jack runs a chicken dinner. Winter chicken dinner.
I got some leftover chicken in there. I got to throw out in the woods for the possums a little bit later on this morning.
Yeah, I had to. I sent him a message. Was it yesterday, or the day before? Because we were talking about Clean County and we were talking about the different programs in the county, and I could not remember Sarah Humphrey's name.
Oh, yeah.
When Josh Ray was in there.
Oh,
She was right in there on the Beirut Memorial, everything, So what a wonderful
she
lady.
went way back into the 70s.
Yes,
I think it
yes.
was, so.
Makes me wonder, though, now that you said that, because we talked to Josh a little bit about Bowl, Downtown
Yes.
Alive. Sarah was Miss
Yes.
Clean. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Clean County. It used to go around having the yard of the month.
Yes.
Things like that.
That would be
That
cool.
disappeared. All the good things that we used to have just seemed to disappear.
Well, maybe if I get rid of the rest of my moles, I can get yard of the month.
You can have, yeah, that is one of the things. Of course, the city of Amelia and Azaleas, Wilmington,
Right,
has
right.
a festival every year, the Azalea Festival. And the garden club, they jump right on board.
Mhm.
They work in conjunction with it. And they have the garden tour. They've got a bunch of homes, garden club members. They
Right.
volunteer their homes, and whoever is selected, or those 10 or so, they will spend time and money
Yeah.
making their yards look pristine because they're going to be on the tour.
Right.
It is such an honor to be on the tour. You will bend over
Right.
backwards. You'll spend as much money as you spend on your home building it to get that those yards right.
And people, didn't they used to like buy tickets to go on the
Oh
home
yeah,
tour?
you go. You buy the
Yes.
tickets. It's separate. The queen will cut the ribbon at one of the houses, one that's chosen by the garden club each year, and they have major festivities there when that happens. And then you get tickets to go. You don't have to go all at one time. You can go on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Pick your days. Robbie, I took her one time. We were there, and we took. I don't know how many of them we went. Riceville Beach, all over the place here on not on the beach side, but on Harbor Island.
Right.
They got a lot of beautiful gardens there. A lot of folks do. They're proud of their stuff too. Don't mess with their yard. Don't mess with their yard.
See, I
You drive
like
on that yard, you're probably gonna get killed.
I like for my yard to look nice, and I'm trying to wait one more day before I mow it because I like it nice for the weekend. But I couldn't go.
wet.
I could not go through blades are cutting the grass when they're
Oh,
wet.
they get clogged up. Oh,
I'm just kidding. But I could not undergo the pressure of having to maintain a yard for yard of the month.
oh no, heavens no.
One piece of trash in there, I'd be cussing out the neighbors. You know, I couldn't do that to my neighbors. No, I have good neighbors.
Yeah, and sometimes it gets to be sort of a neighborhood event when your
Yeah.
yard is chosen.
Yes.
I mean, for the Azalea Festival stuff, and some of the neighbors they're all over there helping you.
Well, the pressure's been taken off of me because I used to mow mine like every 4 or 5 days, and some of my neighbors like, "Would you quit doing that because you're making us look bad?"
But that's good.
I have a new neighbor
Thank
across
you,
the
neighbors.
street
Yeah.
that does such a meticulous job on keeping his lawn beautiful, constantly out there mowing, weed eating. I'm like, thank you. You took the title off of me. But beautiful yard. They keep a beautiful yard.
Tulsi Gabbard. Ooh, she is. We
Oh.
talked about the Obama folks and all the mess that was going up, the Russiagate and all that sort of good stuff. She has come on strong. She is claiming that Obama, the administration, officials in the administration politicized intelligence and laid the groundwork for a years-long coup against Donald Trump after he won the election in 2016. They went after him, and I've told you that before. There was an effort to discredit him, not to get him out of office. The impeachment's not going to work.
Right.
But if you put so much pressure on anybody, and that's all they can concentrate on, they can't do the job they promised they were going to do. They were not after. They didn't care about his term. They blew that off. It's over. That's done with. They cared about the re-election campaign,
Yeah.
and they won. They did it. They couldn't do it with any unknown candidate or anybody without a name, so they dug up, literally, Joe Biden. He had a name, and that's all they ran him on was his name, period. And that's what happened. And they went after to win something. You either got to be much better than the other guy. You either got to be much better than the other guy, or you got to make him lose. You have to discredit him or whatever. Why do you think at ball games there will always be a group of people in the stands booing, discrediting, calling the opponents us? Yeah, it's us. But we don't yell so loud they can hear. But there are people everywhere that will discredit the other people
Right.
as best they can, confuse them, and that's what occurred in 2020. And it was so blatant.
Wow.
And I don't like Donald Trump. Never did like Donald Trump, but he was a whole lot better than the opposition.
Right.
You know,
agree.
Hillary Clinton. Oh my God, I could have run against her and probably torn her a brand new one. But it's she, you know, people. But she was after blood. She, Obama, the whole group got together. I have zero doubt about it, and there is intel out there that will prove it. But it's never going to come forward.
There are some leaks. I always love the leaks.
Yeah.
Unconfirmed reports.
Yeah.
The Wall Street Journal has just reported this unconfirmed report.
Yeah.
Okay, that she was on heavy tranquilizers, Hillary.
Yeah. She would have to be with Bob, with Billy Bob.
She was power hungry, which we all know that.
Duh.
And nobody's crying for any of this information to be released.
I heard she smelled.
We all smell. If you got a nose, you smell.
Her staff that took care of her said that, phew. Just throwing what I heard out there.
Oh, Lord of mercy. There's an image that will stay with me today, right?
Oh, God.
Going to the White House.
That was, I'm sorry, Hill.
Sorry,
Hill.
Do you think they would take a can of air freshener away if I carried it on a tour of the White House? Oh, Lord of mercy. That was mean. Anyway, Gabbard, Wednesday, she was on the Jesse Waters primetime. She said there were deep state obstacles to releasing her information about the Trump-Russia collusion investigation, and that some people within the intelligence community don't want it to see the light of day. I'm sure they don't.
Sure.
We got people that are, first of all, you're digging up crap that who really cares? Obama is like, no, he can't win again. Hillary, she's one and done. Well, 7 and done each time she's done. She never got out of the starting gate.
7 and done.
You know what? Why do we even care? It's over.
I
Now,
don't.
Was there collusion? Was there? Yeah, Obama said there was collusion, a Russia collusion, but investigation showed that it had no effect on the election.
Mm-hmm.
Did he say he didn't do it? Has he said in his response to all of this stuff that's come out this week, has he once denied that he had any part of it?
No.
He was accused of it. He stands accused of it. I'm waiting for him to say, no, I didn't have anything to do with that. I would like to believe him because I actually believed Obama most of the time, every time he had something to say, unless it dealt with straight up politics.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know.
This whole thing.
Barry, did you have anything to do with this? Were you involved? To what extent were you involved?
This whole thing, investigating, threatening the criminal action. Look, Trump's
over
got
it.
a second term. He can't run again. He's
Here.
in there as president. It's done and over with. Let's move on.
Donald, do
Let's move
your job.
Let's just move on.
Otherwise, we're not going to pay you, and we'll let JD take over.
First of
Whatever.
all, they're never going to release all the information for the American people to see. The
Wow.
files, they're never going to release them all. What they do release will be heavily redacted. We'll never know who's telling the truth. Why waste our time? Let's just move on.
Okay, here's what's going on with all of that. They're disguising it with this Epstein thing. And that's another smokescreen.
Yes, that's what I said yesterday.
It's salacious, okay? It's a smokescreen. It
This-
gets our attention.
This whole thing that they're releasing all the files on MLK assassination and stuff, it's a smokescreen.
Mhm.
It came out right at the time that people were raising Cain. Oh, we want to see the Epstein files, and so it's all a smokescreen.
Well, let me show you Dr. Martin Luther King's file here. And we know, maybe you don't know, but the FBI, Hoover, had two FBI agents inside his group.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
He had inside information on everything
Right.
that was going on. He kept on. Can you imagine what they did with the files, the private files of J. Edgar Hoover when he died?
Wow. Well,
I'm sure there was a plan that he came up with so that when I go, then these files will do whatever he wants to do with them. and they may be sitting in a vault somewhere, open on December 25th, 2099.
Yeah, I think we spend so much time on, we want to know who did what.
What are you going to do with the information?
Really?
What have you done with the other information? You
Really?
got nothing but just run your jaws.
We all know that Jeffrey Epstein was a pedophile. He was a dirtbag. He was ridiculous.
Scum.
We all know that a lot of people
I think he was gay.
went to his parties and went to his island. It does not mean that everyone was partaking in the,
He was a voyeur.
Fruits,
That was all there was to
you
it.
know, I mean, but he's gone. It's done it. And his attorney died yesterday.
Hey, Dershowitz?
They said yesterday it was Jeffrey Epstein's attorney died. Let me get his name.
Dershowitz was.
It was a different one.
Okay. He didn't have an attorney, I can tell you that, but anyway.
Our number is 910-333-0139. You may want to call in on this one,
Yeah.
only because of this broadcast and others around the country like this one.
Okay.
Do you know who Pat McAfee is?
Yes. Yes.
I don't particularly like him. I know you're going to say WWE.
Mm-hmm. He was a football player before.
Yeah,
that.
he has his own sports talk show podcast.
Right.
He works for ESPN.
Mhm.
He found a rumor about an Ole Miss, an Ole Miss student, female student, who allegedly, according to his show, because he was spreading this rumor, slept with her boyfriend's father. And it got so bad that the girl received thousands of text messages, phone calls, calling her everything from every word you could call somebody like that. Well,
Why?
Because he put that out. He put all this information out there on his podcast.
Uh-huh.
And
As
he's
a
got
rumor.
large list as a rumor.
I don't talk about rumors.
Well, he did.
Mhm.
And long story short, so he apologized
Too
on
late.
his show. He said, I've made arrangements to meet with her and her parents
And her lawyer.
and to apologize.
Too late.
And NBC, this new guy that took over for Lester Holt,
Yes.
Yama, Thomas Yama,
Yeah.
LLAAMA. Anyway, and he does a special on this reporting that
What?
he did. Yeah, he did a special.
He
an
did a
hour long.
special on a rumor that got out of control.
Right. And his last question to the father was there a financial agreement? He goes, both parties have
cares?
come to a conclusion to this. Okay,
Were
that
they
means,
No.
one? Were they adults?
yeah,
It's none of your business.
Now, who was the father?
the girl's father. So he met with
No,
the parents and the girl
Who was the father of the girlfriend's boyfriend
Oh God, you
that
lost
she
me.
started sleeping with?
the boyfriend's father.
Yes.
They never talked about those two.
Oh, okay.
All they talked about
They
was
were adults.
Oh, they
They were, yeah, they're all adults.
Who cares?
Yeah.
But the fact that Pat McAfee on his show decides to spread this
So he
rumor.
wasn't the adult in the room.
No, he was just somebody that spread a rumor
He's
on his
he's still
show.
not an adult. He's a gossip monger.
Yeah. Now, Lee knows him from WWE.
Yeah, and I
That'll tell
remember
you
him from.
something right there. Wrestling.
You know what? You're offending all the people out there who like to watch WWE.
Watch it for
It is an
entertainment.
entertainment show.
Okay, as long as you make that perfect.
Oh, well, I've always admitted that.
Well, that's why they were called now World Wrestling Entertainment.
That's right. I mean, let Roman Reigns walk in here and see what happens.
About what?
You be on your own because I'm leaving.
With
You
him.
with him.
will not leave if Roman Reigns walk out. I
I'm
know
leaving
you
with
won't.
him.
Yeah. you
Going
have
back
do
to
it.
Jeffrey Epstein, the lawyer that passed away yesterday was Rory Black. He was the former defense attorney for Epstein, and it says that he knew the secrets of Epstein's sweetheart deals. So,
Well,
yeah,
Can-
man.
can I bring that up since she meant the word Ben?
I know.
What?
You know where I'm going?
Yes, go-
Okay.
Go.
Ben?
Ben Crump.
Did I say Ben Crump? Anyway?
No,
No, you did not.
you said Ben. Didn't you say Ben?
No, I said
And that's
Roy.
straight.
Roy Black.
Roy Black.
I forget then.
No, go
But you got
ahead.
Ben Crump in your mind.
I do have it
Let's
because I don't like the guy.
Mhm.
I think he preys on he preys on the any opportunity he gets to be a snake attorney.
Ooh. Sneeze bucket.
Okay, that's what I'm going to call him.
Yeah.
Sleaze bucket.
Ambulance chaser.
So you're instructed 10 times to roll your window down by law enforcement.
That's 9 times too many.
9 times too many. And they tell you, I'm going to bust your window open if you don't do that.
Wow.
Okay. And they've got it on video.
People crazy everywhere.
You need to close your eyes now here, sir.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
Now-
I just
duck
got
your head.
breaking news. It's not confirmed,
good.
but breaking news that came out that says that RNC Chair Michael Watley is to run for North Carolina U.S. Senator in replacement of Tom Tillis in 2026 with Trump's support and blessing. And that's from Politico. And that Lord Trump reportedly declined to run.
God, burn her.
There you go, people. There you
If you
go.
voted for Laura, at least
No,
you can say,
I
I
did.
voted for somebody from North
Yeah.
Carolina, and I voted for somebody who's cute. You've got those two things going for you? But I don't think you've got anything
No.
else going for you
No.
with her.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've met her several times. She
I'm
is
sorry.
she's a beautiful young
Well,
woman.
let her come on the show.
She's great. Well, she lives in Florida now, and she's a Fox News correspondent.
She drives all over everywhere,
Well,
flies everywhere.
we'll reach out.
We can be here.
I'm calling Michael Watley today.
Again?
I am.
You mean that's the guy that promised he would stay in touch with us if he made it to the national
Well, he
level?
will now.
He never did, not once. We hasn't returned a call.
Dial
Has
him
he-
right now. I'll
has
give
he-
you his phone.
Has he called even once?
You going to call him now?
Here you go. Go ahead.
Okay, just to finish that story.
No.
So,
I'm sorry.
No. Don, I want to get
Finished.
Watley on. No, the story, the basic, the premise is this. And the law enforcement officer has been relieved of most of his law enforcement duties. Okay? He had 5 other incidents where he may have abused.
He broke a lot of windows.
Okay, broke.
Sounds like Massachusetts. Go ahead.
But he had the person who was arrested for resisting arrest and a couple of other ones had a knife down on his floorboard.
Wow.
Questionable, but
Ben.
And he was reaching down.
that's not questionable.
No.
And they, the first thing they do is he flies in from wherever his home base is to these areas and goes, "That man needs to be fired." Sorry.
Now, the thing there is, I'm sitting outside the car, and depending upon what department I'm with, I've got anywhere from a 9mm to a 45 automatic on my side, right?
Mhm.
A guy's inside his car with the doors locked and the windows up. Does he pose any threat to me with that knife?
At that moment, no.
That's right.
Right.
Failing to open the window, I wouldn't even bring up the knife. Failing to roll your window down and provide me with your identification is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You get 1 shot at that. Maybe 2 if I'm nice. Maybe 3 if you're hard of hearing. And then I will write it in a note and show it to you. And at that point in time, there comes the window. We're going to call it air conditioning, natural AC. That's the way that would go. Have you got Watley you going to call?
Well, now I'm looking up Politico because I just looked up Politico and I didn't see anything yet. And so I'm looking at their website because I want to see if they actually announce. Oh, yeah, it's on their website.
Well, Rayford, go back to your point because my thing is this: if you're law enforcement, you were law enforcement.
I'm an old has-been.
You instruct somebody. They pulled him over for no tail lights, and then it ended
I
up
hope it was a legitimate pull.
right. And then they got him for driving without a license.
Mhm.
Further on after they did the checks and things. They do not roll their window down to give you their identification, their driver's license, and their registration.
Mhm.
How many times do you tell them, look, you better do it?
Like I say, one time I'm going to ask you for it, and second time I'm going to tell you you're going to roll your window down and give it to me. Third time I'm going to tell you I'm going to have to open this door and I'm going to have to take you out. And fourth time I'm going to break your window, but I will tell you about it first as I'm swinging the club. Duck.
Okay.
No, there are ways you can do it. Some people. Now, if I've got a 93-year-old man sitting in the car and, it's obvious that he's got an issue somewhere.
Yeah.
If I've got somebody that's even impaired, they're just being a little bit drunk and whatever. Believe it or not, you give those people as much benefit of the doubt as you can because you know that they're impaired and everything that they're not doing that you're telling them to do goes against them in a court of law.
Right.
It's building a case when you keep doing that and keep doing it and keep doing it. If there will get to be a point in time that you're going to open the door, and the way you can open the door is to break the window, and then you still got a fight on your hands if you got a wiry little drop on your hands. So hopefully before you reach that point of cracking the glass that you're 305 Central, send me another unit here. I've got one that's not playing right. Whatever. And so when somebody gets there, even when you're trying to take somebody out of a car that doesn't want to get out of the car, you don't want to hurt them. All right. Because that just looks bad. And then you have to call EMS and you got to treat their bloody faces or whatever.
Right.
You try not to do that. Arm wrestle them out best you can. Two people can do it better than one and get them secured on the ground. And once they're secured, things generally go a little bit less worse. We need to get somebody who was a cop, who's more recent than me, to talk about how they do things today because, that's just the way it used to be. You could common sense wise talk to a lot of people. The problem is today they've watched these stupid videos. I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't have to show you anything. I'm traveling. I'm not driving. I don't care. I don't care what your interpretation is. I'm going by North Carolina general statutes. Get out of the car.
I think I actually believe you're right in that they're pushing it.
They're pushing the limits for a reason. They've all got a camera going.
Yeah, there's your problem.
So
This.
Yeah, that's right. Problem. It makes them brave. I've never known that a little cell phone can make you feel so brave. Good God.
Well, I'm still reading a story on Raleigh, and with Trump's backing and the donors that Watley worked with over the years for the state of North Carolina, he very well may be the one to beat Cooper.
He's going to be working against the Democrats from 50 states. Does Watley have that kind of clout?
But he's only got to worry about the votes in North Carolina.
But the donors I'm talking about.
Yeah. With Trump backing him and Trump's entourage, I would think that, this is going to be a big money race. And his daughter said she preferred to stay where she's at, working with Fox.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
That's a longer-term job. I got weathered. What do you got?
I've got weather, but I've got a cute story for you after weather.
More about Laura Trump?
No, we're going to go to cats.
Got a warm front sliding through. What?
Cats.
We're going to talk about cats.
The movie?
No, it's the cats and the Blue Angels. Ask me after weather.
Got a warm front sliding through today. The ocean water is going to be a little calmer. The really hot temperatures and sweltering humidity return to the scene of the crime later this week and into the weekend offshore. Southwesterly winds today, kind of light 5 to 10 knot seas, 2 to 4 feet. Nice. Every 8 seconds. That means they're 8 seconds apart. They're only 2 to 4 footers, and that's going to be gentle rollers as long as you've got an okay boat and as long as you've got better than okay abilities. As long as you're not drunk like the idiot in San Diego Harbor was last week. Can you imagine running your boat? Have you ever been up alongside an aircraft carrier, close up and personal? I have, in a boat. I was in a 50-foot boat.
That was a crazy video.
You don't even fit in. God.
That was so crazy.
Sounds and Rivers are going to have a light chop on them, a chance of showers and thunderstorms today. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knot seas, 2 to 3 feet every 5 seconds. Sounds and Rivers a moderate chop. A slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Southwesterly winds 10 to 15 knots on Saturday. 2 to 3 footers, gentle rollers, sounds and rivers of moderate chop.
And today we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a high near 90. Calm wind becoming northeast 5 to 7 miles per hour. Tonight, a chance of showers, partly cloudy with a low around 74. Friday, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, sunny with a high near 96, with heat index values as high as 107. Saturday, a slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms and showers, sunny and hot with a high near 100. And the 100 is the start of a long week of hot weather.
Hot.
So people really need to know. I was out working in the yard the other day. I was only out there for like an hour and a half, and it was hot. And suddenly I started getting weak, and I thought I was going to throw up. I knew then that was my sign, go in the house. So don't ignore those signs. You start feeling ill, sick to your stomach, you just get weak to where you can barely get up and down the stairs. It's time to go in. It's probably time before that to go in.
Oh, I feel that way before I get outside.
Yeah. All right, I got to
That's
tell
my
you.
excuse for not going, right?
I'm going to tell you about this kitty story.
No.
A woman has filed a lawsuit against the United States Navy Blue Angels. It's a sad story. Now stop. Claiming that the just performances led to the death of her cat.
What?
And when she spoke out against a group on his Instagram account, they blocked her, silencing her. Laura Ann Lombardi filed the complaint on July 21st in U.S. District Court. The suit was filed against the squadron's officers in their official capacities. The filing starts, this is a story of a heart-wrenching emotional loss needlessly compounded by an unapologetic constitutional violation. When a beloved family was terrorized by the United States Blue Angels, an American citizen exercised her constitutional right to criticize her government's role in her daughter's suffering. She considered the cat, Layla, as her daughter. She said through her attorney that the cat, Layla, which is referred to as a beloved family member and daughter in the legal filing, died after enduring yet another sonic insult during her final days on Earth, and the Navy's constitutional betrayal compounded the tragedy, and American remained silent, unable to voice her grief. Well, she was getting on their Instagram account and using extremely foul language, and that's why they blocked her from the account, the Blue Angels account. She said the cat had congestive heart disease, and according to Lombardi, it became ill when an FA-18 jet flew low over the area in August of 2023 and 2024. She said the cat had panic attacks and elevated its heart rate, eventually leading to the cat being euthanized in August 2024. So she's claiming it's the fault of the Blue Angels. Me, if I was the judge, she filed that, I'd have it thrown out right away. You say why? Don't cats have 9 lives?
Ouch. Maybe this was her ninth.
But can you imagine?
I understand people feeling, and good God, I do pretty much anything for my kitty cats, right?
Yes.
I have to protect one of them all the time now from other dogs because they're going to be too friendly, and she's still kind of new with us.
Right.
So she's getting on. She understands. She understands. But I don't. For something like that, my God, we got a neighbor's dog over here.
Right.
Fireworks time, 4th of July. And she just goes into shakes and everything. Who am I going to sue? The neighbors 3 doors down that are shooting fireworks off and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The ospreys. How about God when it's lightning outside?
Suing the Blue Angels because her cat freaked out over the sound of the.
Cat sounded like she had a crazy lunatic.
I'm gonna sit back and drink my coffee because Theo's on the line.
Hey Theo, what's up?
Morning, Theo.
Horribles, what's going on?
Oh, it's all about you.
Chris,
Hey,
why are you promoting stuff like that? Tell me why.
which stuff?
The scene that you were just talking about the man breaking the cop breaking the window.
Because people need to listen to law enforcement. When law enforcement says put your window down. This is the 10th time I've told you. Put your window down, give me your registration and ID. You do it.
Okay, so when the guy didn't do it for some reason, he might have been nervous or anything. But let me ask you something.
Sure.
They took him out. What did you see when they took him out?
I saw when they broke the glass, the officer slapped him, which he should not have done.
Listen, exactly.
Yeah.
So why are you promoting this kind of stuff? They were supposed to put the handcuffs in, take him to court, and let the judge decide what his fate is. They beat the crap out of him. Why is that? Why are you promoting this kind of stuff? You're trying to say that the cop was right.
No. You are.
No.
Let me say this.
You're insisting.
You're
insisting on that scene.
No, let me make this perfectly clear. The driver was wrong. The police officer was wrong for slapping him when he busted the window. He had a right to bust the window because he told him 10 times.
Okay.
Open the window. But I'm not promoting that officer. He should have been relieved of all his police duties, which is what he's been done.
And you said he had previous instances, this guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you see that they take the man out. He doesn't do anything. He's calmed down. Okay, he didn't open his window. We don't know the real reason. They take him out, and I see at least two guys pouncing on him, big guys, that they should have just put the handcuffs and take him to court.
I didn't see that part of it. I'll be honest, I did not see that. I didn't see that part of it. But what was said afterwards in the investigation was there was a knife down.
Down on the bottom. I came out. There was no knife. They just started pouncing on him.
No. Now later on, the suspect, the driver, said yes, there was a knife that was sticking out from underneath my seat, but I was not reaching for it. Okay, that's what he said.
There you go. It's as simple as that. Why you build up this stuff over here for what? To start more aggravation?
No. To stop the aggravation, to tell people, I don't care your race, your religion, or anything. If you're told by law enforcement to do something, you don't sit there and just not do it because you don't want to do it.
Okay, all right. We don't know the reason why he was sitting in his car calm.
Well, because he knew he didn't have
the action started. Then the action started, okay?
Well, probably because he knew he was driving without a license.
Okay, so he was nervous. He knew that, exactly. Put the cuffs on him, take him to court, and let the judge decide his fate. That's it. That's what their job is.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead, Rayford, because I know you've got something to say, and I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask a couple of questions because I did not see this. I've heard what both of you have said about it. So you saw the video.
I saw what the network showed.
You saw the video, and I assume you saw it too, Theo.
Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah.
Okay. When he broke the window, right?
They were talking to him.
Hold on. Just answer me when I ask you a question.
Yeah,
please.
they broke the window.
He broke the window, and then he opened the door.
No, the officer slapped the driver.
Now there's where my question is. Where were the driver's hands at the time the officer slapped him?
Oh my God!
So I'm asking you a question.
I don't even know. I don't even know the way it looked. Ray, it looked like he couldn't open the door for some reason. To me, it looked like there was something wrong with the door, and he couldn't open the door.
It was locked.
Charlie.
Okay, so the guy was nervous, and then they broke his window. Okay, so now here we go to another phase of it. But then when he comes out, they're pounding on him.
Were they pounding on him?
That part again, I didn't see that part.
Did they arm wrestle him to the ground?
I don't know.
Check the video, then we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay.
Anything on Epstein right now? Epstein, come on.
It shows that the driver pled guilty to resisting an officer without violence and driving with suspended license.
Okay, he
pled to it.
License.
So he's been there before.
Yeah, he pled guilty to resisting an officer.
How did he resist an officer? Tell me.
By failing to open the window and produce his driver's license and registration and proof of insurance. That's resisting arrest.
Okay. All right. So, Rayford, if you were a cop, what would you do if you broke his window and you took him out? What would you do when you were a cop?
Well, first of all, hopefully I would have somebody else there with me, because if you say it's such a simple thing to put handcuffs on somebody, you ain't ever tried to, have you? You ever tried to handcuff somebody? Have you ever tried to handcuff anybody?
we saw two guys, at least two guys were there,
Yeah.
and I think there might have been a third one, and they looked like they were pretty strong guys. Now, what are you insinuating?
What I'm telling you is when you take a man out, and I took a 15-year-old kid out that weighed 100 pounds trying to control him, I could not control him. It took an arm. I'm 210 pounds, 6'2". I had him in a bear hug. Hold on. You don't want to answer. You don't want to listen. Or you just want to talk.
All right.
I waited for you. Now you can wait for me or hang up. Your choice.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, Draper.
But when you take a guy out, and you really are not trying to hurt the man, okay? Cops by nature do not want to hurt you. That's the reason they will call for assistance, not to control you, because I can control you with one whap. You're down. Not a big deal. But I don't want to hurt you. That's not what the game plan is. You take them out as best you can. You wrestle them. You hold on to them. And then you work to get their hands behind their back so you can cuff them. They will fight you from one end to the other. Those that comply, it takes nothing. It's an easy thing. Put your hands behind your back, sir, and you're under arrest. Done.
Okay, very good.
Happens 99% of the time.
Please look at the video today and let us know your opinion tomorrow. Okay.
All right. The video was shot from what perspective? Who had the camera?
The camera was coming out of his dashboard.
Okay.
All right. I have a huge story on right here, Rayford. I'll send it to you. And it says that there is an investigation.
There should be an investigation.
And of course, that's standard procedure. So it'll certainly be interesting because there's like two different stories going on here.
Sure.
On this.
Okay.
The cops take the guys.
Look at it.
Yeah, I have to see it first, and then I've got to, then I'll make the judgment
I'll send
call.
it to you.
You can ask me all you want to about stuff that I haven't seen. I can't talk to you about it. I don't know.
All right. So what's the story on Epstein, Chris?
He's dead.
Almighty.
Which part about the story, Phil?
What's going on right now? The whole world is laughing at this country. Epstein, we're Epstein back with our president involved. He's bringing Obama back, and what happened in 10 years ago. I mean, we got the whole world laughing at the Americans. Instead of the House Speaker is sending the Congress at home because he doesn't want to do the right thing. And on and on. We're a laughing stock all over the world.
Well,
instead of worrying about what's going on, how we can better this country, make America great again, we're worrying about Epstein and everything, baby. Come on.
I'm not worried about him. I personally think, Congress, from what I understand, Theo, is going to call his mistress, whatever she is, to come to testify. She's not even sure she's going to testify in front of him. Quite frankly, if I had it my way, Congress would sit in their seats and vote on one time change for the country.
Do something important.
That would be more important to me than what they're talking about Epstein.
So tell me, Chris.
Yeah.
If they had an investigation on Epstein and they had an investigation on Maxwell, all that stuff should be already out, shouldn't it?
I don't know. They had all those investigations when Kennedy.
They sentenced them to so many years in prison. So they already went through these trials. What did they prove in these trials? Didn't they prove that these people were guilty? Didn't they have names? Didn't they have proof? All of this stuff. What is going on? Why they had the whole country upside down? These people.
The media.
Anybody. Of course, it's the media.
I think they should let it go.
The media is telling us what we have to. What's going on? We got nobody else. You don't know what's going on. Rayford doesn't know what's going on. The media is the only one that knows what's going on.
Do you think that that's true, what you just said? The media knows what's going on?
Yeah.
Of course they know. They went through court. They sentenced them to jail time, these people. They were prosecutors. But there had to be stuff to show, right?
If the media knows what's going on, let the media knows what's going on. Let the media show it. If they've got all this evidence, if they got these lists, they've got all whatever evidence there is, let the media show it. What else do you need? They don't have anything.
But let's get this country back. I mean, Lee, you want us to get along, but we got Obama on the list now, and we got Epstein. How are we going to get along with all this stuff going on, baby?
How about we just get all past it and go on with our lives?
That's what I say. By next week, but there's going to be something else next week.
Of
The
course.
last 6 months, we got something every week.
So what you going to
Every
do?
week we got
What are you going to do about it?
It's always like that.
I
Well,
have no idea. I'm looking at a psychiatrist, and I've been drinking more now.
You sounded like somebody else I know.
Steve's calling.
All right. I'll let you go, guys.
we'll talk
Come
tomorrow.
on, come on.
we'll look at
All
that.
right.
We'll talk tomorrow.
Thank you, Theo. We'll take a look.
Take
See.
care.
Quit
All right,
yelling.
I love you, buddy.
Quit yelling. All right, we're going to go down over towards the borough. We're going to go east towards the borough.
We-
And we're going to ask for some calm, cool, and collected individual.
We're going to see how the
I want-
fishing is.
I want
Yeah.
world peace. What about you, Steve?
Steve, how are you doing this with your fishing?
Beautiful day in paradise, man.
Nice,
You're fishing and
nice,
calling.
Nice.
I won't fishing. I just walked out on the pier just to
Oh,
see
okay.
the
Oh,
beauty
okay.
of it. And but yeah, it's really nice out there. There's a light north breeze about 10 mile an hour.
Mhm.
It almost feels air conditioned out there.
Nice.
What it has
Really
been and what
nice.
it's going to be. Yeah, what it's going to be for sure.
Yep.
Hey, guys, I wanted to comment on something y'all talked about earlier. I didn't quite catch all of it because I've been running around.
I didn't either.
Talking about this, all of this stuff is a bunch of smoke screens. You know,
That's
even
what we
the
say.
Stuff is a smoke screen.
Mhm.
Yep.
And honestly, I would kind of agree with you on that. And what I've been thinking about over the last couple of days is who's lighting the fires that's creating these smoke.
All of the above.
You know, let's just unpack it right quick. Is a few weeks ago, nobody was really talking about the Epstein thing. I mean, it was a thing, but it wasn't in the news cycle. It wasn't a big thing. What put it in the news cycle was Elon Musk come out and said they weren't going to release it because Trump was implicated. Okay, that lit the fuse. But instead of doing stuff to suppress that, the Justice Department puts an anonymous statement up on their website that pours gasoline on this fire. Why? They knew. They're not stupid. They knew when they did this it was going to create a huge backlash. Why? Why would they do that? It don't make no sense. You know, from a strategical standpoint, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They're the ones that created this whole storm that we're in right now about Epstein. Came directly from them. Does it
Steve,
make any sense to y'all?
Steve, in the world of looking at things, playing the what ifs game, you do that with chess, you do that with checkers. You try to figure out what I do now, what kind of action or reaction the other people will take. And then is it the action or reaction that I want them to take? Because if I make a move, generally, like even in here talking with some people that we interview from time to time, and Lee's watched it happen, and we got a friendly federal agent that he's texting me at times when he said, "Oh, you're setting him up. Oh God, you got him in a corner. You know what you're doing." Yeah, it's just like the same old days. I ask the questions until I don't get what I want. I just get what the truth is. But if I'm after them to give me something or to react in such a way that it's going to make them blow up and just go all kind of crazy, that's easy to do too, because then they show their own true colors at that point in time. It's a sort of an easy thing to do. If I was the president of the United States at any time, I would direct certain places, and if I could, have control of the chessboard, and I would make certain moves. They would all be very strategically made, and I would have so many people looking at those moves to see what they thought was going to be the reaction from whoever I wanted a reaction from. That's the way I would do it.
And I understand that, but that doesn't seem to be the model they're following. They're stepping on their own feet, tripping over themselves here.
Mm-hmm. I did not say they were smart. I said that's the way I would do it.
And I'm sure you've done lots of investigations over your career as an officer and as a reporter.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, people do what's in their best interest at any given time. And so when you see somebody that's doing something that directly contradicts what the way they should be acting, that should raise questions. Wouldn't you agree?
Always.
Like if you have somebody like say a woman who reported her children were missing, but she doesn't seem concerned about them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Things like that stick out, and that's the kind of things you focus on, you zero in on. And that's kind of where I'm at right now with this, is that they are their own worst enemy at times. And if they were trying to make themselves look bad, what more would they do?
I ask those questions every day, Steve. I look at people and what they do and what they say. I look at that idiot podcaster, the wrestler turned podcaster, and with the Chris was talking about earlier. I don't know what they're thinking. I have no clue what they're thinking. When they do something like that, they just want to throw a grenade out there and see what happens. No, that's just not the way you do things.
And I don't know that we'll ever know why they're doing it, but it is very peculiar that they're the ones that, and then they're coming out with the whole thing about Obama right now, and that's ridiculous on so many levels. I don't even know where to begin.
Well, the only thing about Obama, he released a statement right off the bat, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing he did not say was, no, I had nothing to do with that. That should have been the lead. He's buried the lead here. He hasn't said it. I had nothing to do with that. Let me make this perfectly clear. Do you think if Ronald Reagan had been accused of something like that, he would not have come out with an emphatic response? Oh, yeah, he would have.
Well, and I mean, that, once again, though, but the reason why I say it's ridiculous on so many levels is this is something that will not be resolved before the end of Trump's term.
Of course not.
Something that even if he did do it, they have already gone into the Supreme Court and argued that a president can do that and can't be prosecuted.
Yep.
So that's why I say it's ridiculous on so many different levels. And once again, like I said, smoke screens, and this is coming from them again. All this chaos, all this, noise that's in the media, they are generating it on purpose. Why? Yeah.
Because the
we wouldn't even be
media,
talking about Epstein if it weren't from people from the current administration and the actions they've taken over the last few weeks. It wouldn't even be in the news right now.
do you know how tough it was being a news boss and trying to talk to those young reporters and even the older reporters, the people with experience? You know how tough it was to make sure that they would do a follow-up on, I don't know, a mass murder or a guy that's charged with beating the crap out of his wife and hurting the two kids and yada, yada, yada. Yes, that is the news of the day. It bleeds, it leads. It's there. It's horrendous. There's a follow-up tomorrow. He has first court appearance done. And then the next time you hear about it, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. There will be some blib on page 13A at the bottom of the page, and it says, oh, yeah, he was convicted, he pleaded guilty, or he was found guilty, and he's going to serve 50 years in prison. No. Follow-ups are important. But reporters are after not yesterday's news. Yesterday's news is what we call history. They're after whatever's breaking news today or whatever they can generate. They can find somebody. I can find somebody someone in our public, our form of government here in Oslo County. I can find someone before the day's over to give me an earth-breaking, earth-shattering news story that I can make a news story out of it. You know what? Talk to them long enough. There's something there. They've all got it. That's what reporters like to do. They want to break news.
Yeah.
They don't want to cover news that is breaking. They want to break news. Do you understand the philosophy?
I do, but
do you have to agree with it? No, you don't. And I don't look. I have to look at it that way, and I don't have to agree with it.
Right. But with these guys, I understand the who, the what, the when, not the why.
Yeah.
When you get to the why, you get stuck on why would they do this to themselves.
Yeah. Well, let me do a wrap up on that scenario that I was giving you. I go out and I talk to 50 government leaders here until one that will give me something that's cool, right? If I have them coming and dropping that information on my door unsolicited, then I'm asking the question, did you just ask? What question did you just ask? 3-letter word. Why?
Yeah.
Why are you doing it? That becomes the suspicious part of my story because I didn't trust anyone.
Yeah, and like I say, that's kind of where I'm stuck at right now. Is
why?
They could have easily just strung everybody along.
Good luck. I'm getting an answer.
And not giving them an answer. But I mean, they pour gas on it. And
yep.
Wow,
I see it all the time.
Yeah, Steve, I think you got the answer to.
Anyhow, guys, that's kind of where my thought train is on this right now.
Now tomorrow morning, take your raincoat and a fishing pole and let me know what's biting.
Yes.
Well, I like Steve's way of thinking already.
That water temperature is like 84 degrees.
Yeah, they'll be cooked when you get them there.
Yeah.
Steve,
gonna say you could throw a cast net and pull up big shrimp and go ahead and dip them in.
There you go.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
let me just say, Steve, I think you had the right idea. Get up, go for a walk on the pier
Oh, nice.
in the fresh air.
Yes.
Take a breath.
There you go, buddy.
Steve, thank you, sir. It's always a pleasure.
Have a blessed day.
Y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
You know, we're out of time here, folks, or whoever's calling. If you look at it like I do, and like I had to do for years
Right.
and years and years and
Right.
years and years, well, yes, if there's a story worth investigating, I would have people that I would know who would come to me and say, you know, the whistleblowers, the sources, the people who I could trust, they could come and give me something. But if I have Joe Blow off the street say, you know, this and this and this, here's what you need to ask. Okay, why? What's in it for you? What do you got to gain?
Right.
It was the same thing with law enforcement sources too. Not that they were bad, but who's the best person in a drug deal when you got a drug dealer you're trying to get? Who's the best person to get information from? The woman that the drug dealer just jilted.
Yeah.
She's got the goods and she knows where the bodies are buried. Okay.
Yeah.
Does she have something to gain? Absolutely. It's called revenge. Does that mean the information she's given she's tainted? No. You just got to verify it. You got to go verify before you arrest or before you do anything else.
Well, Chris, that was a great story that you were talking about where that gentleman hired Ben Crump to represent him in this whole episode. But reading further into it, he was charged with resisting a police officer without violence, driving with suspended license, having less than 20 grams of marijuana. He pleaded guilty to the charges of resisting an officer and driving with a suspended license.
For misdemeanor
And the
possession.
video was taken from his cell phone camera. So the video is not going to capture everything. But the reason why they reached in and grabbed him out of the vehicle is because allegedly he was reaching down for that knife that was under the driver's
Which
seat.
I could see.
So it's being investigated, and if the officers are wrong, yes, they should face punishment
You
for
remember
that.
Sam Hudson, right?
But yes,
All
but
right. Sam was driving. I was riding with him one night in front of the Center Theater on Hargett Street, is it?
Yep.
And pulled a little bit and driving really something. And there were two guys in the front seat. As we approached the car, one of the guys was doing one of these things with his right hand. The driver was pushing something down in the seat. And I was on the passenger side, so Sam didn't see that. I did see that. I said, gun, gun, gun. Well, those two guys, do you know that they went down real fast, right?
Yeah. I hope so.
Because you got a gun there. There's a gun. You're reaching for it. They were trying to hide it inside under the seat. It's behind the seat there. But that doesn't matter at that point in time. There is one thing called a split second, less than 1 second to react. When somebody is in the process of acting, I have to decide you're acting. Now, I know when I'm going to act like that. You don't know when I'm going to do that, do you?
Nope.
You have to react to that. By that time, you better be better than the other person.
well, my whole thing is there are bad cops out there.
There
just
are
like
bad
cops out
bad
there, yes.
people at Walmart, bad
There's
people.
a couple of people in the priesthood that have been bad.
Yes.
That's
they have.
right.
Yeah.
Every organization, every job, every company, whatever, you're going to have those that do not put forth the effort that they should, and they don't quite.
That's right.
It's just like that case that just got finished in Massachusetts. About 6 officers now that were involved in the investigation, they've either been fired or rehomed to other jobs. It happens.
Rehome
Yeah. In other words, they
and new homies
yeah, mostly desk duty, but
in the basement.
but there's people are too quick always to hop on the look what so and so did because somebody took a video. You don't see everything in a video.
don't.
You don't know all the facts. If the officers were wrong, then yes, they should be punished.
I agree.
But let's sit back and wait. And that's a great story, Chris. I didn't see that.
I
one.
haven't seen the video, so we'll
You
take a
know?
look at it.
And it's like, oh, my rights were violated. I'm going to sue. Let me go hire Ben Crump. I mean, come
And why
on.
did you plead guilty?
Yeah, you pled guilty. Exactly.
So, okay, we got to go. Tomorrow is
Friday.
Friday.
Red shirts.
Red shirt day.
Red shirt day. I
Everyone
think
should
I'm
be
gonna wear
wearing red.
red underwear tomorrow instead of a red shirt.
Okay.
Is that all right with y'all?
Sure.
You don't care?
Knock
No,
yourself
don't
out,
bother me, no.
Rayford.
Oh, good.
Okay. I will. You're not going to ask to see him, are you?
Nope.
Lee didn't say no.
I'm
Staying
quick to
out
say
of
no.
this. I'm staying out.
Wear a red
You
bobcat.
bros just go right ahead and talk
Okay.
about your red
I got
underwear.
my
So.
MAGA impersonating hat over there. I think I'll wear that tomorrow. What do you think? Okay, we will see you tomorrow. Y'all have a great
Have a
rest of your
blessed
day.
day,
We're always
everybody.
awake, never woke. And it's going to be maybe wet today. Bye, ya.